Good morning, students. Today's session is for your third HR specialization, that is for Human Resource Development Principles and Practices. Today we are going to discuss another topic of training, that is identification of training needs and areas of training. Before starting today's concept, let me remind you what is training. Training, we can say, it is a procedure or method of imparting new skills and knowledge to a human resources so that the person or the employee of an organization can able to perform his or her task in a most effective and efficient manner. Generally, training enhances the person's skills, the person's knowledge and abilities. The training program is not only arranged for the new entrant but also arranged for existing human resources of an organization. Means the training program is required, or the imparting new skills, knowledge related to different things is required to new entrant as well as the existing human resources of an organization. But the purpose or the objective of arranging training program is different from person to person. For a new entrant, there are different objectives of imparting training, or there are different objectives of arranging a training program for the new entrant, and there are different objectives for arranging a training program for the existing human resources. So the objective or the purpose of arranging training program is different from person to person. Generally, training enhances the person's skills, the person's knowledge and capabilities. An organization arranges a training program, or organization provides training to the human resources or to the new entrant for enhancing the skills, enhancing the abilities and knowledge related to a particular task, related to a particular job only. Means when the organization arranges a suitable training program for the new entrant, in that program the trainer imparts the knowledge or the information regarding company's rules, company's policies, company's procedures, so that the new entrant can able to make himself or herself more comfortable with the organizational culture or with the organizational environment. And in that training program, organization or the trainer also imparts the skills and also imparts the new knowledge related to a particular task, related to a particular job, so that the new entrant or the human resources of an organization can able to get the practical ideas related to a particular job, and he can able to perform his or her task in a most effective and efficient manner. And the training program is not only important for new entrant but also it is important for the existing human resources of an organization. Now a question arises when the organization arranges a suitable training program for the existing human resources. Generally, organization arranges or organization provides training to the new entrant for making the new entrant more comfortable with the organizational culture, or to inform about the company's rules, company's policies, procedure. Training is provided by the trainer to the new entrant or to the new trainee of the organization. Training program is not only important, the training is not provided to the new entrant, but also it is important to the existing human resources. So when the trainer or when the organization arranges a training program for the existing human resources, when the organization identifies that the existing human resources having some skill lacunas, having some skill deficiencies, or the employees of an organization are not able to meet the standard, are not able to work according to the standard, then at that situation organization realizes that the person requires some training, and to fulfill the deficiencies or to enhance the person's skills, organization arranges a suitable training program for the existing human resources. This is the one reason for arranging a training program for the existing human resources. And there are various reasons for arranging or providing training to the existing human resources. If the organization implements new technology And if the organization changes the work method, work procedure for making the human resources, for making the existing employee more comfortable with the latest technique, with the new method and procedure, organization also imparts some training program to the human resources. So arranging training program is not only important to the existing human resources but also to the new entrant, and training enhances the person's skills, the person's capability, and the objective and purpose of training is different from person to person. And training fulfill the gap that arises between whatever the skill the organization require and what skills the human resources having. Means if the organization require more skill to perform a particular task and it is identified by the organization that the person or the human resources having skill lacunas, having some deficiencies, skill deficiencies, then the organization provides some training to that human resources to that human resources for minimizing the problem or minimizing the deficiencies, so that whatever the skill required by an organization that can be acquired by the human resources. So training fulfill the gap that arises between whatever the skill the organization require and what skill the human resources having. So this is all about the concept of training. First, we will discuss the identification of training needs. While discussing the steps of training program, I, uh, I told you that the first step involved in training program, that is identification of training needs. Means imparting training or providing training program, training program or arranging a suitable training program starts with identification of training needs. Means when the organization uh, realize to provide a training or realize to arrange a suitable training program for the human resources, when it identifies, means when the organization identifies that the person or the employees of an organization having some skill lacunas, having some skill deficiencies, to fulfill these skills, to fulfill these deficiencies, it plan for arranging a suitable training program for the human resources. So arranging a suitable training program starts with identification of training needs. Means first the organization identifies the requirement of training. If there is a requirement of training, if there is a need of training, then organization arranges suitable training program for the human resources. So while discussing the steps involved in training program, I told you the first step involved in training program, that is identification of training needs. Different person having different skill lacunas, different skill deficiencies. First, the organization try to identify the training requirement, try to identify the person's skill deficiencies, skill lacunas, and after identifying the person's skill deficiency, the person's skill lacunas, it plans to, or the HR department plans to provide a suitable training program to that human resources, so the person's skill and the person's knowledge can or ability can be enhanced. Different person having different skill lacunas, different person having different deficiencies of skill. Maybe two person doesn't have same type of skill lacunas, so for different person there are different training requirements. So first the organization is required to identify the training needs. If it identifies that there is a requirement of training, there is a requirement of enhancing the person's skills, the person's knowledge, then at that situation only organization plans for providing some suitable training program to the human resources, so that the person's whatever lacunas that can be minimized. So identification of training needs means what? Identification of training needs is a process, means it is a process that involves establishing area where employees lack skills, knowledge and ability in effectively performing their job. Means in identification of training need, the organization identifies the area where the person having some skill lacunas, some ability or knowledge, not lack of knowledge. By identifying this area, the organization plans for providing or arranging suitable training programs so that the person's whatever lacunas that can be minimized. Means whatever the hurdles, whatever the obstacles come in front of the employees for performing a particular job, that can be eradicated, that can be removed by providing a suitable training. So we can say identification of training need is a process that involves identifying or establishing area where the employee having some skill lacuna, some skill lacunas or some skill deficiencies for performing a job effectively. That thing is identified, and after that organization try to fulfill these things by providing various training. So training, identification of training needs means it is a process of identifying the area where the person having some skill deficiencies. Different person having different skill lacunas, different skill lacunas, different skill deficiencies. No two person having same skill lacunas, some having same skill deficiencies. So for enhancing the person's skills, enhancing the person's ability, it is required to an organization. First, it has to identify, it has to establish the area where the employee is having skill lacunas, so that whatever the method available, it can use for enhancing the person's skills, the person's abilities. So, in identification of training needs, organization generally match the employee skill with the organizational requirement. Means what skill the organization require and what skill the person's having. By comparing these two things, it try to identify the person's skill deficiencies and person's skill lacunas, and it also identifies the requirement or the needs of training. So there are 5 methods available for identification of training needs, like views of line manager, performance appraisal, company and departmental plans, views of training manager, analysis of job difficulties. By adopting one of these methods, the manager can able to identify the training needs of an human resources. So first method available for identification of training needs is that views of line manager. Line manager are the departmental head, and they have sufficient or enough ideas, enough knowledge related to the person's knowledge, related to person's ability skills, the person who works under him. Means line manager or departmental head are responsible for a particular department, and they have sufficient knowledge about their employee skills, knowledge and abilities, and they can suggest the person, and they can suggest to the organization the person's name who, the employee's name who having some skill lacunas, who having some skill deficiencies. So by collecting the line manager's views, the departmental head's views, a training program can be arranged. Next method of identification of training needs is that performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is the most acceptable method for identification of training needs. Performance appraisal is the process of evaluating the person's performance by comparing the actual with the standard one. So in performance appraisal, what the manager will do? In performance appraisal, generally the manager first collect the person's actual or the employee's actual performance. Generally, organizations set a standard for every job. So accordingly, the employee has to perform. In case of performance appraisal, the supervisor or the manager has to collect the employee's actual performance, and that actual performance has to compare with the standard one. If the manager identifies that the person or the employees of an organization are not able to meet the standard and not able to even cross the standard, then at that situation it is identified that the person having some skill lacunas, some skill deficiencies, and that person requires some training program. So by conducting a performance appraisal, the person's skill deficiencies, the skill lacunas can be identified. Next comes to company and departmental plans. According to the departmental plans, according to the company's overall strategy, company's overall plan or company's strategy, company's different strategy, organization identifies training requirement. If the organization If the organization plan to implement a new technology for meeting the competition or for meeting the global challenges or changes, at that situation, the employees are always hesitant to work with the latest technology, work with the latest change, because they thought that if they are not able to work comfortably with the latest technology, then there are chances of firing out, there are chances of losing the job, and there are chances of firing out the job. So if the company implement a new technology, then always employees are hesitant to accept this thing. So for making the human resources or employees of an organization more comfortable with the latest changes, it is required by an organization to provide some training, so that whatever the new knowledge, whatever the new skills related to the latest technology, that can be imparted or that can be provided, and the human resources can able to work well with such technology or such changes. So for meeting the global competition or for meeting the global challenges, organization adopt different types of strategy. Sometime organization adopt growth strategy, sometime organization adopt a diversification strategy. So for different strategy, for meeting different strategy or for working well with different strategy, there are different plan prepared by different departments. So for making comfortable the human resources, it is required by an organization to provide some training to the human resources. Next comes to view of training manager. And collecting various views from training manager, a training program can be arranged for the human resources, because the training manager have enough idea related to the person's skills, the person's abilities and knowledge. When any changes initiate or implemented by the organization, it is required to provide some training to the human resources for enhancing the skills, enhancing the abilities, so that the person or the employee can able to work well with such changes. And training manager also suggests to provide training to the human resources after completion of specific period, so that regularly the employees skills, regularly the person's knowledge can be sharpened, and with the changing time or with the improved technology, the organization can able to improve the person's skills, improve the person's capability. So training manager can suggest for arranging a suitable training program to the human resources after a specific period, so that whatever the skills, whatever the more knowledge required by the organization, that can be provided. Next comes to next method available for identification of training needs is that analysis of job difficulties. Generally, the job which having more difficult task, it requires a training program, and for that job, for that task, organization arranges frequently training program, arranges various developmental programs, so that the person or the job holder can able to complete his or her objectives, his or her task in a most effective and efficient manner. So these are the 5 methods available for identification of training needs, and the HR manager uses one of these methods for identifying the training requirements of our human resources. And identification of training needs involves 3 components. Means identification of training needs having 3 elements. That is organizational analysis, task analysis, man analysis. So these are the three components that involved in identification of training needs. No doubt the HR manager use one of this method or one of the above method for identifying the training needs of a human resources, but through these three elements or through these three steps, it evaluates, it analyzes the person's skill deficiencies, the person's skill lacunas. So let me discuss various components or various elements of identification of training needs in detail. First one is the organizational analysis. So for identifying the training needs, identifying the skill deficiencies, the HR manager first analyzes the various aspects related to organization. Means in organization analysis, what the trainer or what the HR manager will do. Organizational analysis involves a comprehensive analysis of organization in terms of its resources, allocation and utilization, culture and environment, and so on. Means for identifying the training requirement of a human resources, first it has to identify or it has to analyze the or organization has to analyze its environment and its objective first. According to the objective, according to the different strategy adopted by the organization, different set of skills, different set of knowledge is required. So first organization try to analyze various aspects of it, like the objective of organization, resources of organization, and the allocation of resources, culture and environment. By analyzing these things, it can able to collect the detailed data or detailed idea about what the organization want to do. Accordingly, it try to identify for achieving this objective what type of skill required and what type of ability required. So under organizational analysis, the HR manager has to conduct various analysis like analysis of objective. What objectives the organization having, the HR manager try to analyze the objective on the basis of short term and long term. Means what are the short term objectives, what are the long term objectives the organization having, the HR manager first try to identify. So according to the objective, organizations, different departments prepare different plans or different strategies they adopt. So for achieving different objectives, different strategies are adopted by the organization. Again, for accomplishing this strategy or working well with this strategy, different departments prepare different plans. So for meeting the competition, some organization adopt growth strategy, some organization adopt diversification strategy. So um, the set of skill requirement is different from one strategy to another strategy, one objective to another objective. First, the HR manager try to identify what objectives, what strategies the organization are going to adopt for meeting the competition. So after analyzing the objective of the organization, it tried to, or the HR manager tried to um, analyze the resource utilization of the organization. Means what resources the organization having and how these resources are utilized by the organization. The HR manager tried to analyze. So in this step, the HR manager can able to identify the human resources and other physical resources contribution towards the achievement of operational objective, towards the achievement of organizational objective. Generally, the organization having number of human resources, number of physical resources, and it tries to analyze the allocation of human resources and other physical resources for achieving the organizational objective. Next one is the environmental scanning. So next we try to identify different factors that prevail in the outside of the prevail at outside of the organization and that cannot be controlled, and by adopting or within this the organization have to operate. We can say these are the constraints So first the HR manager has to identify whatever the environmental factor present, that is uh, in in environmental scanning. The HR manager analyzes various factors of environment like socio cultural, economic, political components. By considering these things, it can able to identify, or the organization can able to identify the person's skill required for performing within this environmental constraint. Last factor he has to consider, that is organizational climate analysis. What type of organization culture prevail inside the organization? Accordingly, the organization can able to estimate the set of skill, a set of knowledge required to perform the task in a most effective and efficient manner. So training needs having three components, three elements. First one, organizational analysis, task analysis, and main analysis. Through this analysis, it can able to, the HR manager can able to identify the person's skill deficiencies, the person's need for training. Note that the HR manager adopt one of the above method for identifying the training, but when he adopt one method, any one method for identifying the training need, he has to move in a step-by-step manner, or he has to move by conducting various analysis related to organization, related to task and men. Next we will discuss or another elements of the identification of training need, that is task analysis. Task analysis is also called as job analysis or operational analysis. In first analysis or organization analysis, the HR manager can able to identify what type of what are the organizational objectives, and what the organization are going, what strategies the organization are going to adopt, and what the organization has to perform to meet the organizational objective. Next, in task analysis, it tried to, or the HR manager tried to analyze various jobs, analyze various tasks or various components of tasks in a detail, in a step by step manner, so that it can able to, so that the HR manager can able to identify the operations of the job, the components of a job, and the condition under which it has to be performed. So for achieving the objectives or achieving the strategies whatever identified in organizational analysis, for achieving these things, what type of job required and what the organization has to do, what components a particular job having, so that the objective, the strategy can, the objective or various plans of the organization can be achieved, that is analyzed in task, in second element or in task analysis. And it indicates the skills and training required to perform a job at a required standards. It identifies what the organization has to do, what task the organization has to perform to meet the objective. Accordingly, the HR manager can able to estimate what skill, what set of skill, and what level of training is required to perform the job, or to meet the components, or to work well with the components of a job. Knowledge of a task means what the employee, what the job holder has to do, that thing can be gained through task analysis, or task analysis help in understanding what skill, what knowledge, and what attitude should have required for performing the organization's task. Next one is the main analysis. In main analysis, what the HR manager will do, then main analysis generally focuses on main, or focuses on individual employees skills, individual employees abilities, knowledge and attitude. And this is the last element involved in identification of training needs. Whatever the task the organization has to perform, or whatever the task the employee has to perform, that is decided in task analysis. In case of main analysis, the organization identifies the person's skills, the person's abilities, knowledge, aptitude to perform the particular task, whatever decided, whatever analyzed in second elements or second step. So this is the more complex as compared to other two elements, because in this stage or in this analysis, organization try to identify the person's skills, the person's abilities, the person's knowledge. Different person having different skills, different abilities, and it, and due to individual variation, it is difficult for the organization, it is difficult for the HR manager to identify the person's skill set or the person's abilities. If the person's skills, if the person's abilities are analyzed in terms of production, meeting deadline, quality of performance, workers behavior, absenteeism, late coming, then the organization can able to identify these things by collecting the person's record, or by collecting various information about these things, or by meeting with the human resources. This information can be collected, and after collecting this information, the organization can able to compare this thing with the standard one, and it can able to identify the deficiency skills, the deficiency of skills and knowledge. But in certain situation, or in some situation, it is difficult for the organization to analyze the deficiencies of skills and abilities and knowledge of a human resources. And by performing these three elements, or these three steps, the organization or the HR manager can able to identify the person's training requirement. So this is all about identification of training needs. Next comes to your areas of training. Next topic of training is that areas of training. In areas of training, what we are going to discuss? In areas of training, we are going to discuss various aspects or various areas where the organization means related to these areas, related to these aspects, organization provides training to the human resources. So in this topic, we are going to cover the aspects which require in that area, or in that aspects only, training provided to our human resources. First one is the knowledge. For enhancing the person's skills, enhancing the person knowledge related to a particular job, training is imparted. Generally, in this training, the organization or the trainer informs the rules, the policies, the procedures, the methods for performing a particular task. So, the person's knowledge can be enhanced. Next one, technical skill. So for enhancing the technical skill of a human resources, training is also required. Technical skill means what? So for improving technical skill of a human resource, training is provided. The training in this area aims at teaching the employees about the physical action like operating machine, working with computer, using mathematical to take decisions. Means for operating with a machine in a efficient manner, whatever the skills or whatever the knowledge required, that can be provided, and that area is known as technical area, and improving these skills known as technical skill. Next comes to your social skill. The training in this area is broader in scope, covers many aspects. The intention of enhancing these skills to improve the person's team building skill, improve the person's interpersonal skills, generally the sensitivity training, and committee assignment method of training provided to the human resources for enhancing the person's leadership skill, communicating skill, interpersonal skills, and teamwork skills, so that the person can able to work well with a team. Next areas of training is techniques. Means the training in this area involves teaching employees the manner how to apply knowledge and skill in a dynamic situation. Means in a particular situation or in a changing situation, what types of procedure, what techniques the human resources have to use for performing the different tasks in a most effective and efficient manner related to this thing, teaching is provided or training is provided to the human resources. Next one is attitude. So for enhancing the person's attitude, for bringing a positive attitude within a human resources, training is required. And After getting training, when the person's attitude improves or attitude changes, then the person behave positively with other employee, and organization can able to maintain a peace and harmony within the organization, and it helps to create a favorable situation, and it creates a favorable situation within an organization, and there is a presence of harmony, and the relationship between the organization and employee can be maintained in a satisfactory level. Last areas of training is experience. It cannot be taught in classroom. It is gained by putting knowledge, skill, technique, attitude into use over a period of time in different work situation. Means after gaining experience, gaining more and more experience, automatically the person's skills, the person's knowledge can be enhanced, and experience and the level of experience cannot be provided by the trainer in the classroom. It is automatically achieved by a person when the person performs number of job in his or her life. So like, this is all about the areas of training. This is all about our today's class. Thank you.